What's up, guys? So I wanted to start a thing called Porch Talks. Last Porch Talk we had was me about the tattoo apprentices in the industry, and I think that all of this stuff will tie into the whole state of the industry idea I had. Hey, Midnight. The whole state of the industry idea I had about me just sitting here and complaining about things in the industry, like old tattoo artists do. Sorry about that. I gotta find my lighter. Midnight. Sit. Stay. The apprentices whine. It's what they do. Not all of them, but. So yesterday we decided that we're going to open a tattoo shop. We'll see. I have faith. Been doing this a long time. I've had shops. I generally dislike owning the shop, because you don't own the shop. The shop owns you. Aaron Bell named his shop Slave to the Needle because that's what you are. You are a slave to the needle. You will work tirelessly day in and day out. You will never be happy with the work that you provide. Everybody will look around and go, oh my gosh, it's so amazing, blah, 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 blah. And you go, yeah, thank you. Meanwhile, inside you're like, is this motherfucker blind? Gotta be. But that's because you didn't make it. You don't see it the way that we see it. You see an amalgamation of lines, shades, and colors that's appealing to the brain. We see line inconsistencies, how far a whip shade has gone out in one section versus how far it's gone out in another. The fractions of a millimeter difference between the two of them that just drives you up the fucking wall. That's hard. That's really hard. I was actually reading some statistics on suicide and found a really interesting one. I don't have it right in front of me, but it's alarming how many suicides are actually tattoo artists, body piercers, people in my industry. A lot of them. Not to dissuade you from 22 a day or things like that I feel very passionately about. Veterans are very important, and we off ourselves all the time because it's fucking stressful out here. I think that's one of the reasons why so many of us are veterans, because my industry is one where you need to stay in your lane, because if you don't, like, it ain't gonna work out very well for you. Which is cool, you know. I like that, but I I think that's something that really should be explored. I've actually been in the therapy process for years now, um, because of things, and it works. It works really well. It actually gives me the mental fortitude to do the things that I do every day, which are incredibly difficult. However, I wouldn't have it any other way. So you got that going for you. I I think that the industry needs more of that. There are so many tattoo artists out there that are branded as just assholes. And I think there's two reasons for that. The two reasons why tattoo artists are notoriously branded as assholes is because there's two types of tattoo artists. There's asshole tattoo artists, and then there's tattoo artists that don't bend and grovel at the feet of their clients because they pay our bills. Um, those guys are not actually assholes. Actually, after the therapy process, I've realized those people are healthy, normal people who say, "I'm not doing that," and then you get upset because we won't do what you want, and then we get branded as an asshole. All I wanted were these little itty bitty micro flowers in this tattoo. That is a big, gorgeous design that's going to last the rest of my life and look amazing and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted this one little bit that's going to turn into a black blob in 5 years. And because he wouldn't do it for me, he's an asshole. And me, I've reached a point in my career where I don't fucking care anymore. I just don't. You want little micro flowers that are going to look like shit in 5 years, so fucking be it. I don't care. It's got my name on it, whatever. You and 1,000 other tattoos that I did this year. If three of them have blobs in 5 years, so fucking be it. They pay my bills. So I like that. The burnout in this industry is insane, though. We have the opportunity to work our asses off and have a directly proportionate pile next to the work of money, which is good. It's really good. I like that. It's a good part. But some of us don't know when to quit. The tattoo artists that I have a tendency to surround myself with are predominantly clean and sober. Not to say that I don't hang out with people who drink and use drugs. I absolutely do. I'm in the tattoo industry. Half of my clients are strung out. I don't care. Um, because I have the fortitude to say, no, I don't want to. No, I don't do that. No, thank you. But thank you. A sought after lifestyle that people just want to be a part of, which I talked about in the last long video I posted, um, complaining about the apprentices complaining. Um, it is a lifestyle. It's not just a job. There are those of us in this industry who I have always referred to as true believers because they believe in it. This tattoo trade, this body modification trade that we've developed over hundreds of thousands of years is just that. It is hundreds of thousands of years old. Um, and that being said, it is a lifestyle. It used to just be a part of humanity, and then it turned into something else, and then it became dark and mysterious and edgy and scary and blah, blah, blah. Um, but now it's coming back into being just a part of every day. Um, I like that. I've always liked that. I came in at the change just before Tattoo TV, Inked Magazine, all of that stuff. We had a couple magazines, Tattoo Flash magazine and International Tattoo magazine. Oh man, okay, so I remember International Tattoo magazine and a guy I know, not very well, but I do know, and many of you who are not necessarily my age, but my tattoo age, No, Danny Fowler, uh, Time Machine Tattoos, or Time Machine Tattoo Machines. He had a column in the back of International Tattoo Magazine and Skin and Ink Magazine that he talked about machines, tattoo machines, the electromagnetic coil machine to be more precise. The one that we've slowly shifted away from. Everybody uses, well, not everybody, but everybody uses rotary now. Danny is loyal to the coil. Bless your heart. I fucking love you, bro. Like you are a real one. Um, but he started changing things. He started changing the way people looked at it. Um, he was part of that evolution to what we are now, the beginning of the Renaissance period in tattooing that we are in the middle of. As well as guys like Guy Atchison reinventing the tattoo. Definitely worth a look on YouTube. And then he's got a website and there's seminars and stuff like that. That motherfucker knows his shit. Um, him and the guy who did a video called The Whole Enchilada, that one really, really changed tattooing for me. I watched that and I was like, fuck. One of the big things in there was how to get sponsored. Do that shit. Figure out a way to make it cost less. The Renaissance in tattooing, though, has implications. Um, you see it all the time with these sponsored artists, and there's a lot of them that do the brand thing, and I do it too. Like, I'm on the Dead Raven Pro team. I'm a brand ambassador for Sullen Art Collective. Um, I have a small YouTube channel that we're working on right now with some friends of mine, doing something completely not tattoo related. So we'll stay out of that for now. But it's called Fair and Unbalanced. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. Um, Everybody thinks that we get all this free stuff, and most of us just get a discount on supplies, which is good. Don't get me wrong; it removes a lot of our overhead, at least 30% of it. But that's only on one product, two products, a line of products, whatever it may be. It doesn't remove all the other stress that we have financially in our industry. And it's hard. It's very hard. I had forgotten about ownership stress in the last couple years because I've been the manager of a shop. I haven't owned a shop. I've just had to deal with the personal artist issues. I haven't had to deal with everything else. I did lightly. I set up accounts and things like that, but at the end of the day, I don't go to the bank. Um, and I don't balance the checkbook. All that changes this month. So, but the stress, the burnout, it gets to all of us. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't fucking sleep. And I can't sleep because I'm stressed out about opening a shop. Ugh, but so be it. Because at the end of the day, I am a slave to the needle. And I wouldn't change that. It's October. It's my birth month. October is a very pivotal month for me. It has two dates in it that are, well, one is more important than the other. Um, the big date is my birthday is this month. Um, Not the big date. The big date is October 18th. And a lot of people don't ever hear me talk about October 18th. October 18th is a very important day for me. One of the most important parts of October 18th is that it was the day I got my first tattoo. Um, a year previous to that was the first time I got my first scarification piece. Um, October 18th was the day of a natural disaster I went through, a Cat 5 hurricane. I rocked out with some friends of mine, some family, and some people who didn't make it. Oh, October 18th is the day that I quit using. October 18th was the day that I quit drinking. October 18th is actually the day of my confirmation, too. I generally don't talk too much about religion, but it's no secret that I'm Catholic. Uh, Even though I do suck at being Catholic, I'm not very good at it, but I try. October 18th is just around the corner. I think it's like 14 days out, 13 days out, something like that. So we'll see what it holds in store for me this year outside of a couple of different birthdays. But the burnout is there. Now, I don't want to blow my brains out or go do some autoerotic asphyxiation or whatever all the other popular kids do. Um, what are you doing midnight? Hey, bud. Um, but I am. Man, I'm burnt out. Like, check this out. You have a bunch of gray hair up there. You can really see it in this light. There's a ton of it, though. I'm getting old. And it feels good. Feels good. But I am tired. I'm tired. You want to go inside, bud? Give me a second, guys. Come on, I'll let you in. Good boy. Oh. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. And I'm tired because of this. I'm tired because at 6 a.m. I can't sleep because I'm going, man, where is this building at? Man, who am I going to hire? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to make this work? The one thing I do know that is for sure is that I have figured it out for 25 years this month. It's a quarter century I've been doing this now. One of the things I thought about when I was reading those statistics on suicide and people in the body modification industry was just that was the burnout. The people who get all the way up and then start falling down slowly, and then one day it just drops all the way down. And I've gone through that. I've gone through that time and time again because this industry does not do this and slowly rise for you unless you play it just right, which none of us do. We go like this and up, but sometimes it goes like this. It goes way down, and then it goes up, and then it goes way down, and then it goes way up, and then it goes down, and it's just all over the fucking place. Uh, we get complacent with the consistency. We get comfortable in it. One of the things that tattooing, body modification in general, historically, has done is provide discomfort as a test to you as men and women, warriors, lions. We need more lions. The oversaturation of the industry is fucked with the purity of it. While I may present myself as a hard ass, or actually not present myself as a hard, I try really hard not to present myself as a hard ass. I'm just motivated and dedicated. Um, but lions. It's what we used to be. The purity was kept there because tattooing in general, piercing, was edgy, it was out there, it was fringy, and now it's become commonplace. It's becoming watered down. People are becoming sensitive, which is probably a good thing, so long as there's a system of checks and balances for it. And balance is something that's a word that you will not hear me use very often. I don't have a greater appreciation for balance. Um, However, there are places in life where it needs to be. Um, Balance for me, though, doesn't look like sitting in the center all the time and having, like a work life balance. Like, okay, I work over here and I life over here and I keep it right in the middle so it stays level. And it's not like that at all. It's like this. But this and this, when you reach here, is equal. It's balanced. Make hay while the sun shines. Season hits. You don't see me. I'm gone. I'm a ghost. You can find me very easily. I will be sitting underneath a sign in a box that says tattoo on it. And that's where I will be, working tirelessly, doing what I love. My second true love next to my mother. My second true love next to my wife. My second true love next to my family. But when the work's not there, bro, I ain't there. I'm not getting my balance on. It's like, cool, let's work our dick off and do everything that we learned in our apprenticeship, which is basically adapting to slavery. The reason why apprenticeship is designed the way that it's designed, is twofold. One, it's to burn out the weak. This is not for the weak. This is a hard fucking life. The other is to get you used to it. It's to get you used to 6 a.m. when you can't sleep. So what do? You work, you grind. As soon as I shut this camera off, I'm going to go design my tattoo for the day. I've had the opportunity to do so for weeks, and I have not because I am a procrastinating piece of shit like that. That, however, is for a really good reason. Um, this industry has taught me about fourth quarter pressure. Kevin Gates talks about it in his rap songs, man. Love that fourth quarter pressure. That's where I shine. When it's hot and it's hard and you're tired and you don't want to go any further, you reach down deep inside of you and you grab that piece of you that says, I will not quit, when the lion is awakened and you roar, the king of the fucking jungle. Rise and grind. And low key, a little secret I like about 6 a.m. is I don't tattoo before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just won't do it. I got to get in the right headspace. And I'll work out until 1 o'clock the next afternoon. That doesn't bother me at all. But I will not start my day until I am good and goddamn ready. That's usually around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm pretty good by then. Um, People go, "Oh yeah, it must be nice." It's like, no, I don't wake up at 7 a.m. and start working at 8 and get off by 5 or 6. I wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I get my coffee. I check the book and I plan out my day and and I go and I get my head right and I do some drawing and I warm up and it's like, okay, cool, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. You got to do this shit on my time, and everybody respects that. Thank you. I appreciate that because I don't have a 40-hour work week. I have closer to a 100-hour work week. I do over twice as much grind as the average person. I don't do the six figures on 40 hours a week. I don't have to. I can have so much more if I work so much harder, which is exactly what it takes. The guys who came before you guys, the guys who came before me, they all knew that. They understood. The reason why grandfather says pick yourself up by the bootstraps and budget your fucking money is because he knew that if you wanted the American dream, if you wanted financial independence, and you wanted ultimate freedom to be able to do what you want when you want, to be able to be in a position to fuck you, that was what it took. And you can't do that from McDonald's. That's the reason why the apprentices are here doing this, because they know I ain't going to get it from McDonald's. I can work my dick off for that corporation and I ain't going to make it anywhere but worse in debt because it's not enough. However, you bust your ass for this, get yourself in the position to make the first kill and take the first step towards that position of fuck you. You got this, man. You get that first taste of blood and it's on. Nothing will stop you if you are truly into it, if you truly are a lion, which a lot of people are not. The industry is saturated with weak. It's good. I don't hate it. I think it's awesome to see people who are I don't want to say sensitive to things, but in tune with things, human things, the things that we have a tendency to turn off. Um, it's good. In the long run, it'll be good once we find the balance between, the crystal healy feely vegan bicycle types and fuck you, I carry guns and ride Harley types. The people who go, I work by appointment only and I travel the world and I spend as much time with my family as I can, and the people who are like, I'm going to the top. I will be the best goddamn tattoo artist on the face of the planet and nothing will stop me. It's like, bro, go on and get it. I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of both of you because you have figured it out. You've figured out what you love, what you like, where your grind is. A lot of people are happy with rising up and leveling off in their comfort zone. Me, I don't have a comfort zone. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or if it's because I have adult autism or whatever the fucking excuse is. Um, I don't know, nor do I care. What I do know is that I love this industry and I love every corner of it. Even the people in this industry who hate me, low key, I love them. I really do. There's a handful of you out here who can't fucking stand me, and I love you, man. I do. You know why I love you? Because you make me grind, you make me thrive, you awaken the lion within me, you motivate me to do better. Just like I'm always telling the apprentices, do better. Not even just the apprentices, that's people in my day to day grind, my day to day life, my friend circle. People go, man, I did this and it got all dicked up and I don't know what the fuck to do about it. You know what I do? I look at them and I go, do better. They look at me, they chuckle, They walk away, and I know after they take a couple steps, they think about it. They're all like, "Fuck, he's right, man. I should do better. Do better." The way I apply do better is with every tattoo. I take a time of reflection on all of my work that I photograph, and I don't photograph all of my work. I can't. My brain is like all over the fucking place, and maybe it's fucking because I'm autistic or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. Um, what I do know is that the ones I do document, like you see my portfolio work on my social media, every single one of those tattoos I have fucking picked apart for at least 60 minutes, every single one of them. So let's say I've 5,000 tattoos that I have done, documented, and put in my portfolio. I don't know if that number is accurate or not. I don't really care. Um, but as an example, I will say that I have 5,000 hours of critique on my own tattoos. And I, before I truly burnt myself out really hard last year, I used to be able to draw back on all of those critiques. Now it's not all of them. It's about 95% of them. I lost a little bit. Used to have photographic memory. I killed it. I fucking killed it, and I'm glad. I am so glad I killed that fucking thing because it was awful. You never forget anything, and it drives you insane. Um, so now I don't have as much of it, which is great. Um, I remember the first time I truly forgot something, and I was like, I forgot. And the people were like, "What the fuck is your problem? How the fuck did you forget?" I was like, I forgot." And they were like, "What the fuck is up with this fucking dude? Like, he's stoked he forgot to fucking, do something important." And I talked to my therapist later that week, and I was like, "I forgot." And she was like, "The fuck do you mean you forgot?" I was like, "I forgot something." And she was like, "How?" And I went, "I don't know." And we do this thing where we pick everything up and we look at the entire situation, we lay it all out on the table, and we sift through it piece by piece and figure out where the problem is. And it works really fucking well for me, not for everybody, but for me. And we figured out it was because I burnt myself out. I had I had a Wednesday, I believe it was a Wednesday. I wholeheartedly thought it was a Saturday, but not just a couple days ahead. I thought it was a Saturday in the next month. That was about 3 weeks away. And I was like, oh shit, that's not good. I went home for the day and I sat back and I made my favorite comfort food. And I fucking played video games. Like I love playing video games. I don't get a chance to do it as often as I would like to. And I was reflecting and I realized that I was killing myself. Now, most people who come to this, they'll go, "Oh my God, I'm killing myself. I got to quit doing this." Me, on the other hand, I look at it and I go, "All right, how much, what we got in this life bar here?" And it's like, and I go like, "Okay, cool. I got to pick up some health somewhere." Back up, and I go all the way, but every time it gets past that halfway point down here, I get excited because I know I'm close. I'm fucking close. I'll get there. And all I have to do is better, do better. So every tattoo that I do, um, I learned many years ago that your entire career is judged on the quality of your last tattoo. No matter how big or how small, you can do a giant bodysuit or you can do three little wildflowers on a wrist, 1 inch tall. Your entire career will be judged on that one tattoo because it was your last one. That being said, I approach every single tattoo as if it was my last tattoo. My entire career will be judged on it. As soon as I put this machine down, I will drop dead right there in the shop on the floor. That being said, I try to do the best I can every single time. Historically, I have been given the nightmare clients of the tattoo shop. It was like that in the beginning for me. Thank you, Walt. But the reason why is because I go, no matter how impossible this person is, I'm going to do the best goddamn tattoo I fucking can. I have ever fucking done on this person. Come hell or high water, I do not care. I have less than 5 tattoos I've walked away from. 25 years. That's less than one every 5 years. I just stop and I go, nah, no, sorry, not sorry, because fuck you. I can't deal with you. And if I can't deal with you, you're a bad fucking person. Because I can deal with pretty much anybody. You look at my constituency, not my friends, but my constituency, the people around me that I interact with and associate with on a daily basis, they are from every single cross section in the spectrum of life. And I appreciate all of them. And I can deal with all of them, whether I have to or not. So if I can't deal with you, man, something is more than just not right there. You're doing something really wrong. You're more than likely a bad person. There's a lot of people who don't believe in bad people. They just believe in bad habits or bad learned this or whatever. Nah, man, it's fucking, there's bad people out there. Trust me, I've met them. I've worked on them. I've worked with them. I've been one of them. I was an awful person for the first 25 years of my life. Absolutely awful. I wasn't even a good kid. You know how you fuck up being a kid? I can show you back there somewhere. Um, but I'm also not the best person on the face of the planet. I make mistakes. I'm human. Just a guy. People talk about all the time the things that I do, my volunteer work that I never talk about, my faith that I don't really talk much about, uh, my deeds, my everyday human deeds. There are a lot of people in my life who say all the time, "You are such a good fucking dude." And I'm like, "Cool. I'm glad you think that." I don't. I know better. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. But if you push me to the point that I think you're a bad fucking person, you ain't doing it right. You're probably a bad person. It's hard though, because one of the things that my brother Weasel told me, that I've heard multiple times but never really gave serious thought to, was this: you've got this finger pointed out, but you never think about these 3 fingers that are pointed right back at you. Nobody is innocent. We are all guilty in one respect or another. In the past, saints have been crucified, martyred, whatever you want to fucking call it, because we're doing it right. Oh well. Um, Nobody is innocent, and I am no exception to that. However, I am proof that you can grow. You can go from being, a low life to a lamb, and go from being a lamb to a lion. If I can do it, anybody can. So Goddamn, this video says 40 minutes. Y'all been listening to me ramble forever. Uh, Rise and grind, work hard. The state of the industry is exciting. There are so many of us doing this now. There are tattoo shops right next to each other. I was talking about the shop that I used to manage versus the shop that was one door down. And regularly I use it as an example and where I came from in this industry. That never would have happened. There wouldn't have been tattoo shop, salon, tattoo shop in a building. No fucking way, no fucking how. One of the apprentices would have been sent to throw a brick through a window, preferably one of them on fire. Things change. It's not like that anymore. However, I find it interesting to see things changing that not necessarily needed to change, and things not changing that definitely needed to. One of the things that I preach is competition and peers. I don't have competition. Not that I'm the best tattoo artist in the world. I don't have any competition. I'm the best. That's not what I'm saying. Get that the fuck out of your head. Like, I am not the best tattoo artist in the world. I don't want to be the best fucking tattoo artist in the world. It's too much goddamn responsibility. People looking up to you, asking you for shit all the time. Hey, what do you think about this? Or, can you do that? And it's like, no, fuck off. I go over here with my family and try and catch some balance. It's off season. um, no, peers, not competition. I don't have competition. I don't look at other tattoo artists and compete against them. In the shop is one thing. My direct peer group in my work environment, I will compete lightly with you, um, and on a purely friend level. That's all motivation to rise and grind and be better by the end of the day, at least better than you were when you woke up. I have learning opportunities, not competition. Every single tattoo artist knows something different about this that every other tattoo artist does not know. We know the universal thing, which is how to tattoo. The universal thing. This is how to pierce. This is how to do implants. This is how to do suspension. This is how to do all of it. We all know that. But in 25 years of doing this shit, I know a couple different things that people who've been doing this for 2 years do not, and vice versa. Those people who just came into this industry and have only been doing it for 2 years have learned a great many things that I missed in the 25 years of doing this because I've been so focused on doing it my way because I know my way works. Um, the difference is receptiveness. Humans naturally see something different as as a threat. They go, "Whoa, I don't understand that. Get it the fuck away from me." You can override that and look at it and go, "Wow, that's different. How did you show me that again? Let me see that." And you go, "Oh, wow. I'm not doing this the right way. I should change that. I should grow. I should do better." So I don't have competition. I have peers. I have peers that I do not have access to. Those are the ones that hate me. The handful of you that are out there that just despise me. It's like, wow, okay. I look at the people that surround me, and I used to think about it like in depth. I used to think it's like, wow, am I really that shitty of a fucking person? No, I'm not. I'm not that shitty of a fucking person. I had to get that out of my head. Um, there are things that I am shitty at, but being a person, I'm not very shitty at that. There are just things that I will not tolerate. I have boundaries, and you don't have to like them, but you have to respect them. And if you're not willing to respect them, you need to go. or I need to go, depending on where we're at. Gotta be flexible. Uh, the idea is to be a lion. And as a lion, I don't want to have a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday. That's not a lion to me. That's somebody who's being complacent. And I am not. I want more. More is never enough. More for me, however, isn't a Maserati and a beach house and $1 million. More for me is the best version of me that I can be. That's not just as a tattoo artist, that's also as a human. And the reviews speak for themselves. There's a handful of people you can talk to about me that will say I am an awful fucking person. But if you ask them the right question, they'll be like, nah, he's a good guy for that. Everybody can say that about me. There's at least one thing I do right. It's not just their tattoo or giving them $100 because they're down on their luck. Like, there's a great many other things. Um, and that's all you really have to do at the end of the day is be a good person, be the best version of yourself that you can be. So, me, I am a tattoo artist primarily. And I just try to be the best tattoo artist I can be at the end of the day. And the best tattoo artist for me is a fucking lion. I go out and I get my kill and I feed my family on it. Hunt isn't always fruitful though, so don't take it too hard. But stay hungry. One of the things about that fourth quarter pressure that I really like is the hunger, um, the do better. David Goggins says, fuck balance. And for me, he's right. I don't believe in it. Everybody's like, "Oh, you need balance." It like, listen, that's cool, man. If that's your shit, by all means, I'm happy for you. You found fucking balance. Me, on the other hand, I don't give a fuck about balance. You got shitty and great, and balance sits right here in the fucking middle. What's not here is shitty, but what's also not here is great. Now, out here on this end, shitty isn't here either. You know what's out here? Great. Do better. I don't want to be balanced. I want to be fucking great. And once I achieve the greatness for myself, whatever my definition of greatness is, um, I'll balance from there. But until then, fuck balance, man. Not about it. The other thing is zero options mentality. The reason why people are successful is two reasons. One, they are set up for success. The other reason, the really important reason, is zero options. If you don't do this, you ain't gonna fucking make it. You don't have a choice. That's that fourth quarter pressure. That's when you look at it and you go, fuck, if I don't pull this off, we're fucked. So what do? You say, fuck you, I'm pulling this off. Because I don't have this option. I'm not set up for success. Not at all. I need to do it myself. So that being said, I have zero options. Zero option mentality. Stay hungry, my friends.